and listen precisely. But before we begin, there's some rules. And if attention's not paid and someone gets slayed, well, I have no compassion for fools. Elephant! What are you doing, man? Put it away. Oh, good. A little bit nervous for a moment. Now, the first rule is to treat you to stay in your seat with your arms out and feet in the ride. I don't want a lost limb for the paperwork's grim, so pay attention to rules and abide. Rule 2, nice and easy, though it may sound quite cheesy. We work hard so you laugh. We all have fun! Should we try that again? That was absolutely pathetic. We all have fun! Much better, so please don't touch anyone. Beneath makeup, these are all our staff. And finally, torches away, you can come in the day if you don't like out in the night. If we want you to see, we'll put lights in a tree. Until then, keep it dark. So, all right. When I was a lad, I remember my dad would tell me stories to help me to sleep, but books cost too much, so he'd make them all up. The basic storyline he'd keep. But I remember one night Dad was out till midnight, so my story was left down to me. And there on the bed was a book I'd not read called The Tale of the Boy Who Got Freed. I turned off my light and tucked myself tight in bed with my candle nearby. I opened the book to take my first look. Then a scream filled the room, then a cry. On page 1, a warning read those who are warm in bed wanting a nice fairy story. This isn't the book for you. Close it and seal it too. Otherwise, things might get a bit gory. I slammed the book shut because I knew in my gut that reading this book it felt wrong. But then I thought, how can pages in a book written ages ago hurt me? So I read on. Once long ago in a valley below where the wolves howled and the vultures flew by, a boy sat alone shaking down to his bones, not knowing how he'd got there or why. All he had was a note on which someone had wrote, your only true hope of escape is to follow your route, though your chances are cute. Best of luck, you're in charge of your fate. Now he said with a voice I have no other choice, I must make it out of this book. So slowly he crept, knowing with every single breath that someone was watching him. Look. Well, there's a man in a hat and he's wanting a chat. Shall we stop and join in on his feast? Maybe not. That food's starting to run. I don't know why rabbits are beasts.
Oh, chill, girl.
So onwards he went, and no much time was spent walking deep in the woods all alone. In the distance he heard a sound quite absurd, like a growl, a bark or a moan. But as he walked past a bush, he could feel something push through the branches a few feet away. It was too dark to see what was up in that tree, but he was certain that he was in on a feast. Now the future. Oh, look at his eyes, it's sure going to die. And he sunk his teeth into a limb. Now, I'm not going to say how that boy got away, but trust me, it wasn't a treat. And the beast isn't dead, so he now has in his head the taste of fresh human meat. Well, as the boy journeyed on, and where the bushes were gone, and slowly this clearing appears. And there's a girl in a heap, and, well, she's fast asleep, and she looks like she's been there for years. And I can see sitting around on the ground, there's 6 little rotten dwarfs. But I thought there were more. In fact, I'm certain, I'm sure. So there must be one missing, of course. Oh, and here he is now. But I don't think somehow that character's quite as I recall. But they're supposed to be nice. But for him, I think twice. Because he's hungry and watching you all. Okay, that's enough with this stuff. Let's move on. Who remembers the one with the bridge? And the 3 billy goats that were crossing the moat? Oh, let me read on here a smidge. For the boy journeyed on for what seemed like too long. He came to the bridge up ahead, but he knew under the bridge is where the troll lived. So he'd rather But his bridge, well, it was too high, and despite his best try, he couldn't climb over the ridge. So a plan was devised, as he now realised, I'm going to have to go under instead. So holding his breath, any noise could cause death. He slowly crept under the boards, till ahead in his sight, he could see a dull light, which he slowly crept closer towards.
It just came out of nowhere. I was so in my zone.
Now once that goat and the troll were under control, well, the boy found himself in the next chapter, where this forest stood tall, and that red-hooded shawl made him wonder who'd be his next captor.
Have fun,
And then the little old deer came approaching quite near and asked if he fancied some tea. The boy thought as he stood about Red Riding Hood and said no thank you. Well, you all know the story. The ending's quite gory. The huntsman strikes down the wolf dead. But there's no need to dwell. Here they kill you as well. And did I mention? Oh yeah, they use chainsaws instead. I'm laying in bed with these thoughts in my head, and I'm thinking of closing the book because I'm scared and alone and there's no one else home. But I think I'll take one final look. Chapter 6, the way out, the voice starts to shout. But he knew all the way, all the nasties are laying, the bushes are waiting a feast. So too scared to look, he just ran through the woods back where he started at least. But he arrives out of breath, so exhausted he stops for a rest. Well, that's his mistake, as the earth starts to shake and behind him are all the possessed. Every single last one, now curled up in a ball, he hears no words at all, so he dares to check his landscape. But there's nothing around except that note on the ground, which says your only true hope of escape. The boy screams and he shouts, "Someone help, get me out!" But this time he gets a reply. For out in the wood where this dark figure stood, the voice said it's simple, don't cry. All you have to do, said the voice quite subdued, whilst wiping a tear from his face, is find someone who will trade places with you. If you leave here, you must be replaced. Now for 28 years, the boy lived out his fears in the brook, knowing no one would dare give this young boy a hand and take his place in this land, until one day he had an idea. Now if I can trick a large group to come ride this train loop, well I can use them, and I'll be set free. For if you haven't yet guessed, the young boy on that quest is no longer a young boy. It's me. So now I'm afraid you're going to live out your life on this beach driving you on the bed. My only will go is to surrender your souls and live happy ever after. The end.
He wants our souls apparently.
Well, I hope you've had fun on this scary tale run. We're back where we started again, and I've now had enough, so please don't leave any stuff, as all of you.